Make their way in. We'd like to introduce our judge for the showmanship competition tonight, Mr. Curtis McNeil from Goderich, Ontario. Curtis is from Goderich, where he operates Heatherholm Farms with his wife Kathy, their children Sam, Beth, James, and Clark, along with his parents Glenn and Vanda McNeil. The farm consists of 110 kilos of quota and 300 acres. Heatherholm is an entirely homebred herd with a current classification of 26 excellent, 47 very good, and 24 good plus. They have been fortunate enough to receive 3 Master Breeder Shields, numerous All-Canadian nominations, and All-Ontario awards. After graduating from the University of Guelph, Curtis was a full-time cattle fitter, traveling across Canada, the US, Australia, Italy, Spain, Holland, Germany, and Switzerland. Curtis has judged showmanship at the Western Canadian Classic, World Dairy Expo, and across Ontario. He is an executive board member of the CMEX Alliance and a board member of EastGen. 2 times past president of the Huron County Holstein Club, a 4-H leader for 16 years, and past president of the Huron County 4-H Leaders Association. Curtis is always happy to support 4-H and youth programs wherever possible. Thank you, Curtis, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come down and work with these youth participants today. Our first class in the ring today is our novice show people, ages 9 to 11. And it is a class of 6, so if our junior show people could start to make their way over to the marshalling area now, please, that would be great.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the showmanship classes that are associated with the Ontario Spring Discovery Show. My name is Russell Gammon from Fergus, Ontario, which we remind you is the center of the universe. And we have 6 young novice showmen, and they're aged 9 to 11, who are in the ring right now, and they're from places like Moncton and Warwick Township in Ontario, Brownsville in Ontario, Hagersville, and Corbyville, which is near Belleville in the center of the province. So those are 6 novice showmen, and Curtis McNeil from Heatherholm Holsteins is the judge this evening, and you can see Curtis right on the screen right now. And so he's judging novice showmanship at the moment, and the legendary Doug Green is here as ringman. was interesting to hear the comments about Curtis McNeil, in that he's an executive member of the board of EastGen, a two-time past president of the Huron County Holstein Association, and busy family man and also dairy farmer as well. And so he's evaluating these 6 young people who are out in the ring in the moment in novice showmanship this evening. And of course, many of you would know his parents, Glenn and Vanda McNeil, from Goderich, Ontario, just on the west coast of southwestern Ontario.
Attention in the barns. This is your second call for junior showmen. If you're not already at ringside, please make your way to the marshalling area now. Judge McNeil is making his first poll with our novice showman. Judging in our novice showmanship is now complete. Congratulations to our winning novice show person, ring number 201, Dennis Roos. In second place, 203, Charlotte Gerald. And in third place, number 202, Easton Osborne. Judge McNeil will now give his reasons for the class.
Well, good evening, late afternoon, and thank you very much for your opportunity to come judge here today at the Ontario Spring Show. Tremendous group of novice showmanship people all the way down the line, especially for the spring. You really have to give these kids a tremendous amount of credit how well these calves are trained. They all did an exceptional job. It is close to the top two show people for me today. It is a few little things. I prefer the head carriage of the show person in first, just keeps that calf's head down a little nicer, and just gets those front feet set up a little square and a little straighter than does the competitor in second. I would prefer the competitor in second stay a little closer to the calf in front of them than when they went out in the final lineup to place any higher in the class. Competitor in second and one in third, just tremendous. Just sets that calf up very correctly, gets those back feet set very accurately and a lot of control just by using the halter over the competitor in third. Competitor in third and one in fourth, I prefer the way competitor in third holds the halter a little neater, a little tighter up in the hand when it went around in front of the calf, and also made the attempt to switch the feet over the competitor in fourth. Competitor in fourth and the one in fifth, you really have to give these two a lot of credit. These calves are trained extremely well, and just maybe like to see them switch the feet and just have those feet placed a little more accurately, placing the higher in the class. Congratulations to all these competitors.
So the complete placings for our novice showmanship class, entry number 199, Ivanka Noom was 6th. Number 200, Sydney Kingdon was 4th. Number 201 was the class winner, Dennis Roos. Number 202 was 3rd, Easton Osborne. And number 203, Charlotte Gerald was 2nd. And ring number 371, Lainey Fraser was 5th. Congratulations to all the novices. Our junior competitors are now on their way into the ring. So competitors in our intermediate class, in about 10 minutes, you'll want to start heading over to the ringside, please.
good to go, Bruce?
Okay. You can say whatever you want, Marie.
Well, Russell, we're back online. So,
Indeed.
yeah.
We've got Curtis McNeil working, well, and a whole bunch of young people working very hard. Len Viss is my new best friend, and I can't tell you why. What did you get for red? And the other puck? Oh, yeah.
Spaniard.
Yeah. Oh, Merlot. Always. Always at a cow show.
I knew you.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. A guy from California brought some Merlot over, and it turned me into a Merlot fan and a fan of wine at cow shows. Both in the same moment.
Big fan.
Then that's for you. For that. Yeah. Okay. Murray, did you get one?
I got red.
Did I get you one?
Always take one of them. Always take pens.
This is, oh. Good nose.
There we go.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. Now we've got a bigger group here, haven't we? There were 6 in the first class, Murray, and this one
I
is.
think there's
I will totally
I think
do
we had
that.
15 here, Russell,
Yeah.
in this class. And these are junior showmen, ages 12 to 14. 15 in this particular group.
So that makes 21
Yep.
with the previous class of 6.
So our previous class was probably their first official.
Oh, yeah. We are getting cheese here as well. This is like heaven. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take as much as you want.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, Jeff Stevens is serving. Oh. Lives to see, he's a servant leader.
So Russell, certainly some of these young people that are in this group will be vying for a position at a show that comes up in the early part of November in Toronto.
Never heard of it, Murray. Tell me more. What's it called?
It's something called the TD Canadian 4-H Dairy Classic that has been going on since 1980. So, but
And how does somebody get to vie for and get to go there?
well, it's a process within your own county. All of our 4-H members that are showing the dairy project that are old enough to come to the Classic, we encourage them to pre-register when they register their calf or their dairy project, to pre-register with the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair on Assist Expo. That will be mandatory this year for all entrants, that they use Assist Expo through the Royal. It just cuts down one more paper trail, if you will. So, and our thought process behind that is if you're showing in the open shows in the dairy, you have to use Assist Expo.
Yes.
So if you're coming to work or to be part of the Classic, also you need to pre-register. So,
Well, it kind of makes sense, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it
And
does.
so the 4-H members gain that experience, and if they haven't shown in many open shows before, they will then be, within 5 minutes, Assist Expo experts.
Yep. And it just cuts down the chance of making errors.
Yes.
But it's also a cross-reference so that the calf that you register with as your 4-H project is cross-referenced. So when you show up at the Royal, we check registration numbers and it must be the same calf. So
Well, which all makes wonderful sense.
Yep.
And will this reduce the amount of paperwork and effort for folks in the, say, the Holstein, Ontario folks
branch
that...
office, yes,
Yeah.
it will. And it's just one less process that we have to go through. We're in the electronic age, so let's make good use of it. Then those that are selected by their county committees to represent them at the TD Classic, they will go on to Assist Expo again and name the contestants that will
yes.
be coming And at that point in time, they will need to pay their entry fee as well. So pre-registration doesn't cost you anything, but you need to pre-register to be able to re-register, for lack of a better word.
Once you're selected.
Yeah, once
Yeah.
you're selected. So
Well, this sounds like a good step
yep,
forward.
your 5 best showmen and your 3 best calves that are not associated with those 5 best showmen are what we're looking for. Our criteria is such that the counties select whom they feel will best represent them under those guidelines. We do not get involved in the selection in any way, shape, or form from the committee level. And it's all smooth as a Swiss watch once we get it. So,
Now, in thinking about that, the young people who are selected because of their showmanship prowess, they still would show their calves for confirmation, and sometimes there may be a pleasant surprise there. You know, a calf that wasn't particularly selected for confirmation has the chance of doing okay.
well, we all know livestock that they change as they grow,
Yes.
and we've watched calves that have got significantly better as the show season goes on. We've watched calves that can do no wrong at home on showmanship, and when they get to the big show in Toronto, they can't do anything right. And I recall a young lady that I won't mention her name. She's no longer in 4-H, but she was reserve grand showman twice. And in her final year at the Classic, I wished her well, and it was her turn to lead the parade, and her heifer, I don't know whether she got a bad drink of water or something upset her or she had a tummy ache or whatever, and she was unbelievable. On showmanship day, on confirmation day, she could do no wrong. So, well,
Well, it was really interesting, Murray, watching last year, and I watched obviously more intensely last year at the Classic. The attitude of the heifers on the second day was seemingly much calmer than on the first day, which was a showmanship day, I guess, the first day.
well, we have to be cognizant of that. We've had people say, well, we should do confirmation first and showmanship second. So, but,
Well, and, you know, it happens.
Her name is not Sleeper Home Jerseys. Her name is Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other entrants. I didn't give those to you? Okay, so back up.
have made a reservation to have supper with Terry Packard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are watching online at home, this is our junior showmanship class. These are ages 12 to 14, as we mentioned earlier. I'm sorry we don't have an online catalog that you can follow along, but there's probably some familiar names that you might know in this particular class, and we're going to give you some of those as we go along.
Quite a lovely little class too, isn't it? 2 and 9. Oh, Ashley King.
So, Curtis is making his preliminary polls in the junior division. We're just going to give you some names that may sound familiar to you that are in this class. Elena Noon from Moncton, Ontario. Ella Canasson from Bruner, Ontario. Mackenzie Howard from Burgessville, Ontario. Jane Morrison from Woodsley, Ontario. Devin Coleman from right close here in Brantford. Ashley Kane from Paris. Jack Noon from Millbank. Miranda Morrison from Kamlaki, Ontario. Morgan Howard from Burgessville, Ontario. Grace Beckett from Keswick, Ontario. Jacob Kaufman from Broadhagen, Ontario. Kevin Roos from Brownsville. Keenan Lamour from Corbyville, Ontario. Kelsey Charlton from Brantford. Reed Barkey from Blackstock, Ontario, and Tyler Viss from just around the corner here from Ancaster. So that's our 16 that are in the junior division, and Judge McNeil has made his first pull, and we'll be working the class further as we go along. So
Attention in the barns. Judge McNeil has just completed his first lineup here in our junior showmanship class. So competitors in our intermediate showmanship class, if you haven't already made your way to ringside, then please head to the marshalling area now. Intermediate show people to the marshalling area, please.
Need my opera glasses.
Yes, I know.
Attention in the barns. Any of the competitors that competed in the Future Fitters competition, could you please make your way to the ring? We're going to be doing a presentation here shortly, so Future Fitter competition competitors, please make your way to ringside. Ella Knosson from Brunner, Ontario. And in third place, entry 209, Ashley Kane from Paris, Ontario. Here's Judge McNeil with his reasons.
A tremendous class of showmanship all the way down the line. I had to take a little longer this class, make sure to give them all some looks, and the heifers are moving around a little bit, but I want to make sure the 4-H members had the opportunity to show their calves the best they can. 3 really nice show people at the top of the class, but I'm giving the advantage to show person in first. Came in the ring, tremendous head carriage, gets a lot of style out of this calf. Really does a nice job getting that calf's feet set up squarely and correctly through the entire class. I'm giving the advantage to show person first and 1 in second, just so I can get those feet set up a little more efficiently. She gets that calf tucked up, makes that loin pop up a little bit. Would like to see the competitor in second just reach back and pinch down that top line a little bit through the entire class. Placing show person in second, 1 in third. It is very, very close between them, and I apologize for moving the show person down. When they went in the final lineup, I really like to see that show person stay right close to the calf in front of them, as did the show person, and I moved into second place. But also second or third, a little more control of the calf, a heifer in second and third, just moving around a little bit, but they're taking enough away from the competitor in third. Did a tremendous job showing this difficult heifer. Kept that calf's head pulled down, kept her together through the entire class until they got into the final line. Show person in third, or the 1 in fourth, a lot about control and getting those feet set up. I prefer the way the competitor in third just get those feet moved a little quicker and went around the calf and got those feet set up more accurately, and also got that top line pinched down a little nicer than did the competitor in fourth. Competitor in fourth and the 1 in fifth. When I went around in front of them, I prefer the competitor in fourth, kept a little more separation between the calf's front feet. Also on the outside of the ring, just gets those back feet set up a little more accurately through the entire class, and the competitor in fifth. Thank you very much.
Complete placings in our junior showmanship class are as follows. Ring number 204 was 8th. Ring number 205 was 2nd. 206 was our class winner, Mackenzie Howard. Ring number 207 was 9th. 208 was 10th. 209 was 3rd. 210 was 11th. 211 was 16th. 212 was 6th. 213 was 7th. 214 was 14th. 215 was 4th. 216 was 13th. 217 was 12th. 218 was 5th. And ring number 370 was 15th. Now entering the ring are our competitors in our intermediate showmanship class. These are competitors age 15 to 17.
Well, hello again to our online community. We've been having some technical problems with the live feed, but I think we're back in order right now. The class that's in the ring now is Class 3. These are intermediate show people from 15 to 17 years of age. Again, we'd like to run through the class just to let you know who's here and where they're from.
Duro drummer. That's down near Peterborough.
Really? Never heard of the place.
Yeah, it's a township.
There we
Actually,
go.
is what it is.
There we go.
It's actually where the Stockdales kind of live,
There we go.
east of Peterborough.
Yep. Okay, in this class, Heidi McFadden from east of Peterborough, Rachel Tamlin from Woodville, which would be out east of Peterborough again, Kyla Morrison from Kamlaki, Ontario, Nathan Wilker from Hickson, Ontario, Marin Hunter. And Marin Hunter was at the Classic last year and one of our anthem singers.
She had a heifer from Harry Alexander.
There we go. Brooke Sliegers from Belmont is here. Chelsea Stevens, I think I've heard that name today more than once. Jeff's daughter from Troy. Caitlin Charlton from Brantford is here. Hannah Johnson is here. Rylan Aiken is here. Owen Viss from Ancaster. Cooper Peterborough is here. Keenan Grieve, Rachel Lang, Ethan Ringelberg, Carson Phoenix, and Jalen Phoenix.
Just nephews. Unfortunately for me, it started a while ago. Yeah.
So we have 17 contestants in the intermediate class, ages 15 to 17.
Well, as the showmanship's going on here, we're going to kind of announce our future fitter competition we started this year at the spring show. So it was held this year at the Jones residence. Val and family hosted the event. We had 51 kids show up for the event this year to do some clipping and seminars that we did there. So we had some great sponsors for this event this year, the Joint Dairy Breeds Trust Fund, which does sponsor our showmanship as well. With Clark Valley Holsteins, Jones Farm Jerseys and Holsteins, Kevin Williams, Freyland Holsteins, Blonde and Sires, Ontario Joint Dairy Breeds, Jersey Ontario, Max Active, Conestoga Ag Systems, Pro Rich Seed, and Purina Feeds are all our sponsors for the fitting competition. So this year we thought we better start something. I think our youth is needing our more fitters in our dairy world here. So with overwhelming participation, we were very grateful for everybody coming out and participating. So we had two judges that day. We had Steve Fraser and John Kingdon to judge the clipping. So they did write some notes and some things down about the fitters and some comments about the fitting. So we're going to have them speak on that, and then we'll announce the winners for that.
Hey, hi, I'm Steve Fraser, and I had the pleasure of judging the senior fitting that day. They were broken up into 7 teams, two competitors per team, and it was an incredible presentation the young fitters did with the calves. Extremely professional jobs done, and very, as I said, professional and experienced jobs, especially some of those young calves that didn't have the nice hair they like to use, but they did a tremendous job on these calves. And the winner of the competition, do I say? The winner of the senior competition was Team 7, Ethan Bloomfield. A young fitter that did a tremendous job, a very professional job, very smooth in the blending of the hair from the body up into the top line. I was very impressed with the way he blended the hair from the body down into the belly wall. And all the competitors, as I said, did a tremendous job. I was very impressed with their abilities to clip the calves in this competition. Thank you.
So we had John, he kind of did the novice and intermediate showman there. So we'll have John kind of give some reasons and some oversee of what he's seen at the clipping competition this year.
Thanks. I'm John Kingdon. I had the pleasure of judging the younger two classes at the clipping competition. I'd just like to say all the kids did a tremendous job. I was good to see so many kids come out and just learn and want to improve on their clipping. I know there's a definite need for more fitters around the industry and a lot of kids that are pretty keen to learn. So it was a great day. Jones has had a tremendous setup there for us to have an event like that. And the young fitters did an incredible job. In our novice division, the fitter that I won with was Jace Noon. This young fitter did an incredible job. He clipped by himself that day. He was clipping a jersey, which I'm a little partial to guys that know how to clip a jersey. And this fitter did a tremendous job. He did an awesome job getting her carved in. He had her trimmed down a little more level across the top line than the person we had in second. And just did a tremendous job getting all her belly hair and stuff blended in. Congratulations.
So on this, and that's the two there.
In our intermediate division, it was a little closer. We had 2 or 3 pretty good teams that were clipping there, but in the end, I ended up winning with Tyler Viss, Owen Viss, sorry, and Tristan Wylink. They did an incredible job. Just a little smoother blending of the hair, a little more complete getting the leg hair and stuff off the legs, a little leveler getting the top line leveled than the group we had in second. Congratulations.
So I'd like to thank John and Steve for doing our officiating there. So they did a great job, come out for the full day. We did have our full team of people from the Ontario Spring Show there helping out, help get the calves ready and help Joneses make sure their barn was ready. But I think if Val Jones, is she around? Is Val in the... Val, could you come up here, please? So I think we have a small little gift for all the dedication that Val did and family did, letting us use their farm and their cattle that day to do the clipping competition. So Val, come up here, and we have a nice award for you for letting us use your cattle and your farm for the day. Give Val and family a great round of applause.
Thank you.
We are going to read out all the names of participants. We do have the Youth Trust Fund did sponsor this event. They gave us $1,500, and then also Clark Valley gave us $1,500. So we had $3,000 to divide up between all the fitters. So it's going to be an equal amount for everybody that fitted there. So if you were in the fitting competition after the showmanship class here, we'd like you to come up. We have a goodie bag for everybody, and then we do have the money here as well. So we'd like you to come up and get a picture at the backdrop here at the Ontario Spring Show, and then pick up your grab bag and pick up your money for coming out and clipping that. So thank you for coming out to that day. We definitely are going to do it again next year. I'm not sure exactly what area it'll be in, but we will trade it around in different parts of Ontario. So be watching for that next spring.
So the competitors in the novice category of the Future Fitter competition were Earl Marks, Dylan Marks, Jack Henderson, Carson Viss, Jace Noom, Alec Nawson, Addison Barkley, Andy Kersey, Colton Grundy, Colton Martin, Charlotte McFarlane, Ruby McFarlane, Ashley Leafso, Jaden Stoll, Ryan DeWitt, and Ann Hawkins. In the intermediate division, we had Tyler Viss, Owen Viss, Colton Dykeshorn, Caden Wanacott, Faith Abel, Megan Weitzel, Addison Hyatt, Jade Dill, Jack Kaufman, Kevin Roos, Ali Heastand, Callum McIntosh, Branya Helder, Ashley Kane, Jacqueline DeBoer, Janessa Weber, Devin Coleman, Blake Zaire, Charlotte Woodhouse, Zach Schwarzentruber, Cole Schwarzentruber, Destiny Paik Dygos, Ben Robinson, Hannah Johnson, Keenan Grieve, Tristan Wheelink, Rylan Aiken, and Rhett Terpstra. And then in our senior division, we had Keaton Jones, Scott Morris, Tristan Wheelink, Ethan Ringelberg, Kaylin Barton, Cheyenne Leafso, Rachel Leafso, Nicole Danon, Keenan Grieve, Emily Lennox, Ethan Bloomfield, Megan Atkinson, Robert Goodwill, Seth Johnson, Brad Jansema, Ash Mittner, Braden Sparks, Emma Fink, Elizabeth LeBlanc, Liz Sullivan, and Jordan Hanna. So as Jeff said, once you're done in the ring, please come up to the ring and pick up your goodie bag that they've got here for you. And we would like to get a picture of everyone as well. Attention in the barn. We are just having our first lineup here of our intermediate showmen. Judge McNeil is making his first pulls here. If you are a senior show person and you are not yet at ringside, please make your way there now, please.
Just going to draw a few more names out of the thing for the Mega Moolah. So we are gearing up for an auction for a ticket that will be in the top 6. So we're going to have an auction, and as soon as we read off these tickets, so if you lose, if you're out, you can get back in. So everybody's welcome to bid. So here we go. Walker Brave Farms, you're out. Ben Ransom, Jerry Evers, Adam Clark, Blair Weeks, Benji Faulkner, Mark Bousfield, Derek Clark, Adrian Franken, Sienna Osborne, Kevin Hayden, Glenn Burgess, Blair Weeks, Keaton Phoenix, Kathy Mason, Maria Villeneuve, Josh McKay, Art DeBoer, Doug Peart, and Nicole Charlton. So we are down to 54 players left. So, and an auction will be starting here any minute. And so you can bid on a ticket that'll put you right in the top 6.
Placings in our intermediate showmanship class are now complete. Congratulations to our winner, ring number 384, Carson Phoenix. In second place, we have ring 362, Rylan Aiken. And in third place, we have ring number 220, Rachel Tamlin. Now to Judge McNeil for his reasons.
Well, another great class all the way down the line. Some of the heifers near the bottom just not behaving as well today, but it's early in the year. Just an exceptional group through the entire, exceptional kids through the entire line, but these top 4, top 5 are just great. Starting off with a competitor in first, just so extremely smooth. Very, very smooth in the motions, gets the calf set up very calmly, very quietly, gets those feet set up very accurately. Just a tremendous job. The only difference between first and second for me, the person in second did a tremendous job as well. When it went around the calf, I prefer the way the competitor in first just moved that calf's nose with the to follow the judge. When it went around the calf on the outside of the ring, but also in line as well. Competitor in second or one in third, prefer the way he gets the calf's feet set up a little quickly, a little more efficiently when I went around in front of the calf. Just goes front feet a little wider on the outside of the ring, but also in line as well. Competitor in third or the one in fourth. A lot about head carriage through the entire class when they came in the ring. I prefer the way competitor in third keeps the nose and keeps the head down on the calf a little more. And when you also watch them on the outside of the ring, just slightly a little more control of the calf than does a competitor in fourth. Competitor in fourth or the one in fifth. Prefer the way competitor in fourth keeps those front and back feet a little closer together, just keeps that calf's loin popped up a little more, and just keeps her a little more together than does the competitor in fifth. Competitor in fifth, a tough calf to show, but did a great job switching the feet. Went around front, really liked the way the competitor in fifth kept themselves away from the calf and kept that calf alert through the entire class. Tremendous class of showmanship. Congratulations.
Complete results of our intermediate showmanship class for today. Ring number 219 was fourth. Ring number 220 was third. 221 was 15th. 222 was 12th. 223 was 7th. 224 was 10th. 225 was 9th. 226 was 11th. 361 was 6th. 362 was 2nd. 364 was 5th. 369 was 17. 377 was 8th. 380 was 14th. 382 was 16th. 384 was our class winner, Carson Phoenix. 385 was 13th.
So anyone who wants to get in on this Mega Moolah ticket, it's guaranteeing you in the top 6, guaranteeing you to win the calf or leaf tickets for the playoff game number 5 against the Tampa Bay Lightnings. 2 tickets donated from East Gen. So hopefully the Leafs win 1 game so that they come back to Toronto for the 5th game. So that's the second prize. Third prize is Raptor tickets donated by Quality Seeds. Great seats, about 6 rows from the floor. And thank you, Quality, for that. And we have golf tickets, passes for Coketown Woods. And the 6th prize is a Stihl chainsaw. So great prizes to be in the top 6. So we're going to open up bidding, and Brent Howell is going to be a bid taker, myself, and the auctioneer Brent Featherston. Thank you very much for coming. And yep. So, but really appreciate it. So, all right, let's see if we can get this thing to bring a lot of money to support the cause. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her going. that's the way to get things rolling. 400, 500, 4 to the minute, 5 to the minute, 4, 4, 5 to the minute, 4 to the minute, 5, 400, 500, 400, 5 to the minute, 4 to the minute, 500, 600, 600, 700, 6, Len, you're out, 708, 708. Now Brent's on at 7, 8, 7 to the minute, 8 to the minute, 708, 700, 8 to the minute, 7 to the minute, 8, now 7. How about a half then? 750, 7.5, 800, Brent, you're out, 7.5, Brent, you're out, 7.5, 8, 7.5, 800, 7.5, 8, keep it on. Now, come on now. What are those Leafs? The Leafs will win tomorrow night. Don't worry about that. 7.5, 800, 800, 8.5, Len. 8 to the minute, 8.5, 800, 8.5, 800, Brent's man's on, 800, 8.5, 800, minute, 8.5, 800, 8.5, 800, you with me, Len? 800, 8.5. Len just wandered off that way. I got 800 over here, 8.5, 900, 850, 900, 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900. I'll tell you what, if you have to scalp those tickets in front of the Scotiabank Center, you'll be paying about $1,000 a piece. 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900, minute, 8.5, now 9, 859. Len, just keep walking. You'll find somebody. 8.5, 900, 8.5, 900. You got the money over there, Brent. 8.5, 900, 8.5, and now 9. Going once, going twice, and sold. 850 your way. Weeksdale and somebody genetics. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Our last class in our showmanship competition tonight is our senior show people, age 18 to 21, are now coming into the ring. Following the conclusion of the senior showmanship class, we will be having a champion showmanship class. So we will need the first and second place competitors from each of the previous classes to make their way to ringside in about 10 minutes or so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen online, if you're watching the senior showmanship, this is the cream of the crop in showmanship. Our seniors, aged 18 to 21, seasoned veterans, most of them will be. And we're going to give you a rundown. There should be 21 entries in the class this time. McKenna Stevens from Troy, Ontario. Megan Atkinson from Woodstock, Ontario. Sydney Kane from Paris, Ontario. Vanessa Burt from Smiths Falls. Braden Sparks from Harley, Ontario. Delaney Bowerman from Mitchell, Ontario. McKenna Morrison from Kamlaki, Ontario. Lily Beckett from Keswick, Ontario. Keaton Jones from Petersburg, Ontario. Marielle Roos from Brownsville, Ontario. Brad Jansema from Dunville, Ontario. Ethan Bloomfield from Ilderton, Ontario. Robert Goodwell from Owen Sound.
She has some of them. Yeah, I was there when I was down there. She has some of them.
And we have some added entries in this class. Seth Johnson from Perth.
12, 13,
Corrine Bateman, Eden Viss, Lauren McKenna, Megan Borson, Emma Finch, Liz Sullivan, and Keaton Phoenix rounds out the 21 exhibitors in the Senior Showmanship Division.
I think about somewhere between 5 and 7.
So we invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy the showmanship class for seniors as our Judge Curtis McNeil works the class. Those of you watching online, Judge McNeil has really been working this senior showmanship class. As you saw just moments ago, he pulled out 3 to give them a little closer inspection. Still not totally finished with his placings in the class. Currently leading our parade is Emma Finch. Followed in second place by Sydney Kane. Coming next in line is Keaton Phoenix. Next in line is Lily Beckett. And the big red heifer just coming into the screen now is Ethan Bloomfield. Those are your top 5 in the senior showmanship division. And it looks like we're finished with our placings in the senior showmanship division. Judge Curtis McNeil is now giving some pointers to the competitors as he goes down the line. In a few moments he will be giving reasons on the top 5, and then we'll be in for a real treat. We're going to be parading for our Supreme Champion Showman here at the 2023 Ontario Spring Discovery. So been an exciting group of young people to watch here this evening, and our grand finale will be the Supreme Showman coming up very shortly. So.
Placings in our senior showmanship class have now been completed. Congratulations to our class winner, ring number 381, Emma Finch. In second place, we have ring 229, Sydney Kane. And in third place, ring number 386, Keaton Phoenix. Now to Judge McNeil for his reasons.
Well, very deep class all the way down the line. These top 5 competitors are extremely confident. They're extremely smooth. These top 3, they're pretty close. The difference between first and second for me, when the show person in first gets that cast set up, every time those front feet have more separation, they're wider. She gets those feet wider up through her chest than does the show person in second. Show person in first, extremely smooth, gets tremendous head carriage out of this calf, a lot of style. Heifer did fidget a little bit through the class, but it just gets that cast set up very accurately every time. Taking nothing away from the show person in second. If you give anything in the show person in second, like to see maybe pull that head down a little bit, just get a little more extension and neck out of the calf. But just really, really true, smooth through the entire class. Just a tremendous job switching their feet. Like I said, went around in front of the calf. Would like to see the show person in second get a little more separation between those front feet like the competitor first. Second or third, close placing again. I'm giving the advantage to the show person in second. Just prefer ways to pinch down that calf a little more when they need it. It keeps that tail head down. Also, the heifer just led a little smoother through the entire class, and when we got him into that final lineup, when I moved him out in the group, and just with the 3 of them, they ended the very talented competitor in third. Competitor in third, the one in fourth. Switch the feet just a little more accurately, a little more conscious where those front feet are placed. Prefer the snugness to halter and just keeps that calf moving a little smoother than does the competitor in fourth. Competitor in fourth or one in fifth, giving the competitor in fourth the advantage, just that accuracy of placing the back feet through the entire class and in line. Heifer in fifth likes to get herself stretched out a little bit, but taking nothing away from the very smooth show person by the competitor in fifth, and this big strong heifer that's a little tough to show. Great class of showmanship. Congratulations.
Complete results in our senior showmanship class tonight are as follows. Ring number 227 was 16, 228 was 6th, 229 was 2nd, 230 was 12th, 231 was 9th, 232 was 13th, 233 was 19, 234 was 4th, 235 was 8th, 236 was 10th, 237 was 18th, 238 was 5th, 373 was 17, 374 was 14th, 375 was 7th, 376 was 11th, 381 was 1st, your class winner, Emma Finch, 383 was 15th, and 386 was 3rd. Now coming into the ring are the candidates for the champion show person for this evening's show. So from our novice class, we have ring number 201, Dennis Roos. Ring number 203, Charlotte Gerald. From the junior class, we have ring number 206, Mackenzie Howard, and ring number 205, Alec Nosson. From our intermediate class, we have ring number 384, Carson Phoenix, and ring number 362, Rylan Aiken. And rounding out our champion class are our 2 seniors, ring number 381, Emma Finch, and ring number 229, Sydney Kane.
And for those of you watching online, Judge Curtis McNeil has selected 3 individuals to come out to the center of the ring for consideration for champion and reserve. Those individuals are Carson Phoenix, our first intermediate, Emma Finch, our first senior, and Sydney Kane, our second senior. Now to Judge Curtis McNeil for his comments on our champion class.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to come judge here tonight. I want to thank the entire Spring Show Committee. They've put on a tremendous event when you look back to the clipping competition, to the structure of the show, alternating Holstein and Jersey classes. And I think they deserve a tremendous amount of credit, and also the Mega Moolah draw that they're doing, and they put a lot of effort in trying to be innovative, and I think they deserve a tremendous congratulations and a round of applause. I pulled these 3 competitors out. I think they're truly exceptional, taking nothing away from the ones here in the ring and also the ones back in the barn. It's early in the year. Some of the heifers didn't lead as well, and I think it'll be a lot different throughout the year, as everybody knows. But these 3 show people here, they're extremely smooth. They get those calves' feet set up accurately, quickly, efficiently. Just tremendous show people, and I think they deserve a round of applause, and all the exhibitors for competing today. I'll go out now and I'll select my champion, my reserve, and my all mention in that order.
Thank you.
A great job by all these competitors. For this champion show person, just extremely smooth, gets that calf's feet set up accurately, tremendous head carriage, gets a tremendous amount of style out of this calf. I'm being very finicky, but the only difference for me for champion reserve is just that feet placement a little bit through in the class, but also here in the championship class. Just for show person for champion, just gets those feet set a little more accurately than does the show person for reserve. Show person for reserve, taking nothing away from the great job he did in class, just tremendous and knowing where to pinch that calf down and get her set up through the class, and just a really, really great job by all these competitors. So for reserve, I'll mention, the difference for me is just head carriage. I prefer the way a competitor for reserve just keeps that calf's head down a little more than does a competitor for all mention. A tremendous group of showmanship. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Congratulations to our champion show person for today's showmanship competition, ring number 381, Emma Finch. Our reserve champion for today is ring number 384, Carson Phoenix, and honorable mention today is 229, Sydney Kane. Once again, thank you to Curtis for placing all of our showmanship competitors today. That concludes today's activities. So we will start again tomorrow morning with the milk cow classes at 8:30 sharp. We'll be starting with the Holstein Summer 2-year-old class, followed by the Jersey Junior 2-year-old class. So just note that there's a switch. Instead of going Jerseys and Holsteins, we're going Holsteins and Jerseys tomorrow. So with that, I hope everyone has a great night, and thanks for coming out today.
with my grandfather. My grandfather was the start of this operation here. I'm a half owner in Woodland Creek Dairy with my son-in-law. So Joe would be the fourth generation that's farming on this farm.
My father-in-law, Bill, he's accomplished a lot in his life. I respect him. I admire his work ethic the most. He puts the farm as number one above everything. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday, Sunday, that's job one.
I would say working with my son-in-law is as close to working with a son as you can get.
We usually get up, 4:45. We're trying to be in here milking by 5 a.m. As far as Bill's chores in the morning, he does all the feeding, takes care of the calves. He does the breeding. Stefan started working here when he was in high school, when he was 16. He's our jack of all trades. He helps milk morning and night. I think he fell in love with farming too, so he's been with us ever since. He's 32 now, so he's been around a long time.
Right now, the cows are really doing good. They're milking about 18,000 pounds of milk a day is what leaves here. We milk close to 200 cows.
There are a few kinds of dairy cows. We milk Holsteins here. Some people milk Jerseys, some Brown Swiss. We feel that Holsteins are probably the most efficient breed for us. You're never mean to a cow. A cow is a mother. So you treat them with respect. We have the milk truck come every day here. There can never be any antibiotics in milk. We get paid on quality, so that's job number one.
I admire Joe. He's his own person. He will say it how it is. I don't think he holds anything back. There are some days that farming is hard work. I always say I've got to have that reason to get up in the morning, and this is it.
I like being my own boss, being around the family all the time.
I love what I do because I'm with family. When you can see your grandkids anytime you want, how many people can say that? My name is Bill Endres, and I live for this.